that I wrote a while back. I just graduated. I graduated from Texas State in May, and for the first 2 years in college, I was a business major. And I had this epiphany in macroeconomics class. My epiphany was this: why the fuck are you a business major? And the thing is, I think everyone else in the class had the same epiphany. They looked at me. Why the fuck's she in here? Yeah. So I walked my hippie ass straight to the admissions building and decided, hey, I like books, so sign me up. I'm going to be in liberal arts from now on.
Yeah.
There are parts of human science can't explain. We know the mechanics of organs and which way the blood flows. We know the effects of smoking and typical reactions to taste buds. A scientist likes to think that in time he will know everything. The problem with knowing everything is we often forget what's worth remembering. The doctor sits me on the table and he asks me to stick up my tongue. I do. I ask him if he can see the paintings I carry in the back of my throat. He laughs as if I'm telling a joke. I'm not. I got Shirley Basquiat been going Da Vinci salon. I laugh. I taste the brush strokes. I ask him if he can stick out his tongue so I can see what he has trapped inside of him. He hesitates a little, then he does, and I see a man who struggles for acceptance and chokes on the word love. We got robots that is meant to bomb so soldiers can pull triggers with their fingers. We got a blueprint of a hotel that will be located on the moon in 2047. We got microchips small enough to be slipped inside of hair follicles. Yet we still have a hard time saying words like please and thank you and offering our hands to help strangers. I go to my psychiatrist to try to explain to her what I'm feeling, and all she wants to do is prescribe me a pill to take that feeling away as if that will solve something. I sit there silent, hoping not to interfere with the tambourines and trumpets being played in my head. She's staring in my eyes, and I hope that she can see my insides dancing. But I can tell by the sigh on her face that she hasn't danced in a much longer time. This is what we are creating. A world where the living and breathing are depending on inanimate objects that only move because they got buttons and batteries and we have hearts. I go to college to make sense out of this, to find the formula that can save us. When my professor taps me on the shoulder and asks me to raise my head from my desk and quit sleeping, I tell him, I'm not sleeping, I'm dreaming, mister. There's a difference. I ask him if he dreams, and he tells me there isn't enough time for that when we've got work to do. So I get out my pen and my paper and I draw on what I dream. It's people who sleep in rain clouds, who can pass up more smiles than business cards, who can find the beautiful in the broken things. It's people who can speak every language so we can better understand each other. While he continues his lecture about the greatest inventions of the 21st century, while the kids in my class raise their hands so excitedly, they speak of voice-activated radios, plasma screen TVs that help us see things more clearly, when this world that we're living in is far more foreign to me than Pluto's moons or the idea of being a queen. It seems that with every great advancement we make, we're taking something more important back, like we're trying to prove to ourselves we're smarter than monkeys and apes because we can build skyscrapers and send rockets to space. To each his own seems to be our motto, and since this is the case, I would like the aliens to come and attack us today. Because only then would we unite as one world, instead of being separated by our own religions, governments, prejudices, and races. And only then will we may be able to figure out the parts of humans as science has yet to explain.